He is playing as the Spanish. In the purple, we have Metal. Metal is playing as the Malay. In the gray, we have Berbers for Oedipus. In the green, we have Mayans for Tom Cromwell. In the orange, we have Italians for Drewski Norki. In the blue, we have Bratwurstwender. I was just saying, if there's any Germans listening on YouTube, I was just saying to the stream that I might butcher that, but I think I've gotten it. He's playing as the Italians. In the red, we have Deponer. He's playing as the Italians as well. So we have a lot of Italians picks. We saw Malay twice as well, so I think that people recognize just how dominant those civilizations can be on water. However, I think on land, it's possible those civs will struggle. Fishing is very important at the beginning, though, and most players are getting their docks up, which is always big. T90 Official, why do you need food in the house if you're going to leave? Well, I need to eat. I ate a little bit of oatmeal for breakfast, and it is currently past 4 p.m. for me, and I have not eaten anything, so I really need to leave the house, get some things done, but also eat. And yeah, I'll bring a little bit of food home tonight, so I have something during the day tomorrow before I go on my trip. Is there a pop limit in this game? Yes, the pop limit is 200. 200, so it's a standard pop limit, Johnny Soccer. T90 Official, can you describe the game mode? Regicide. Regicide Diplomacy, so you can ally or enemy anyone at any time. Name of the game is To Kill Kings. I also should say that this is on standard win conditions, so players can win by collecting all the relics on the map, which there's a few. There should be 5 out there, and there are. And then also you could win with the Wonder. So I'm thinking it's possible that someone could build a Wonder on their starting island this game and get the victory. Of course, it's very tough to secure that, as players with cannon galleons could snipe it, but it's a possibility. T90 Official, is the out of sync thing finally fixed? I haven't played in ages. If you're talking about the HD edition, no. HD edition still has issues. It has better times, has worse times, but HD is still, at least compared to Voodoo, very buggy. I would recommend, if you have the HD edition, to use the compatibility patch, which is free, and then you can use the Voodoo platform if you want better performance. Then you could use Steam if you want, or Voodoo if you want, at any time. That's what everyone who's playing in this game has done. You should try an online text-to-speech tool with a German option. Well, to be honest, I'm not all that concerned with mispronouncing things. I just kind of apologize in case it annoys people. I love Germany, and I love people in Germany, but I don't have any interest in learning German. I just wouldn't. It's not something that would really, you know, it's just not for me. It's not for me. I don't really need it. Now, if I was looking to create a German YouTube channel or to commentate things in German in the future, then I might. But I go to Germany maybe maybe twice a year, and I don't really need to speak German when I'm there. I really wish I would have learned languages earlier on in my life, but, you know, that ship has sailed. I spend most of my time with English now, so. T90 Official loves me, Kappa Pride. Yes, I do, man. Yes, I do. Just don't tell anybody else, they'll get jealous. Hey, what's up, Echo? He says, I effing love your YouTube videos, by the way. Welcome. How many people are new to the stream today? Seeing a lot of new faces, at least active in the chat. Maybe some of the lurkers are coming out from the woodwork. Thank you, guys. Everybody needs some love. Can we just spam some love for a second in the Twitch chat? Spread the love. Seriously, thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for the kind words, for the support. Never gets old, honestly. It's great to see new people come into the game. It's great to just hear positive things, because I put a lot of effort into what I do. So thank you, whether you're on YouTube or Twitch, seriously. No matter how much you've supported, no matter how small or how big, thank you guys, because you guys are incredible. Thank you. Like, you make all the effort, all the days where I get off stream and I'm just utterly exhausted. You make it all worth it. It's a lot of fun for me, so. Minbron, thank you for the 7. Kaiser, thank you for the Prime sub. Thank you, guys. So I because of all the momentum the stream has been gaining recently, and the YouTube channel has been gaining recently, I always feel a bit disappointed when I go away on a trip. And it's going to be an amazing trip. Like, I'm going to be, you know, with one of my best friends that I've known for my whole life, and we're gonna be in at TwitchCon, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. But like at the same time, I will miss this, you know. So before I haven't even left yet, and I'm like I'm excited to be back. So I guess it's a sign that I have a good job, right? I guess it's a sign that I really like what I do. So I don't even know where to start with this game. This could be a long one.
I'm new to the chat. When those HD community games going to happen? Have a good trip to Twitchland. Kappa Pride.
What's up, Craves? Craves, I don't know if... Craves, you don't have Voobly yet? Hope you've been well, Craves. Craves is one of my mods here, which is why I'm a little bit surprised. I won't plan on doing HD games really ever again in the future. Like, I have no reason to use HD now that everything that we need is on Voobly, and it's free for people who have HD to use it. So, to answer your question seriously, that's my answer to that. I know it can be a pain in the butt to have to do a compatibility patch, but it's worth it in the end. And every time I stream, it's important that the quality is good, and I'd like to think I do a decent job. So, all right, Evolution, have a good one, man. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, I when I'm there, I'm going to try and enjoy my trip as much as I can, for sure. I like what Yellow is doing here. Yellow is taking some of the resources in the center already. So you'll see some players transporting out here. They are migrating to the center. You have a lot of your villagers on the mainland, and sure, there's stone and gold and wood, but you'll eventually go through that. So if you arrive to the center late, then you could be boxed out. You might not be able to get any land, you know? Or they might sell it to you for a higher price than it would be if you found it for free. So it's good to settle early. It's good to migrate early. Whoa! I just realized, I think Red Scout has been like this the entire game. I wonder if there's no way I can check to see if he can garrison here. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Echo, community game, I don't do sub games on my stream. I know I have a lot of subscribers now, but I do what's called community games. So subscribers get extra entries into it, but anyone can enter. But for the most part, they're essentially sub games because so many people are subbed and trying to get involved. But so yeah, that's exactly what you're seeing here, man. Is there a way to get Voobly with offline? Still way too rubbish to take an online community. And internet is so useless too. Yeah, there are offline installations. There are offline installations. Some of the AIs need to have the internet to work properly, like some of the special user patch AIs, but okay, so this is kind of hard to explain, but I have a window to the right of me, and my blinds are currently down. Okay, I think I just figured out what it was. So, your sun coming in my window, right? And it's just solid sun. And there was this huge shadow that just went across. And you know what it is? It's the... I wish I could show you guys this. There are these birds that are right outside my apartment. And I said this the other day. I have a little balcony on my 3rd floor apartment. And I won't even go out on the balcony because when I do, these birds, they have like babies. And they'll just be like, rah, rah, don't attack my baby, rah, rah, and start like making noises. So I think these birds are flying right outside the window. And they keep like going thump, thump, and hitting the window. It's like, you guys can't see it, so it's kind of hard for you to envision. But it kind of looks like there's a bunch of bats outside my window right now. Yeah, so it's a little bit annoying because, I don't know, it catches my eye. Anyway, we have an Age of Empires game here. Gray says, Yellow, you helped me against Teal. Interesting that he wants Yellow to help against Teal. I guess Teal is highest score at the moment. Let's bring up the overlay and see what their populations are. Yeah, okay, yeah, he's definitely doing the best. If you would have asked me to bet some of my hard-earned money on one of these players, I probably would bet on Sister Respecter. He's been around the stream for a few years now, and he's really improved in the process, and he's doing really good. Is AoE2 all very high-skilled players now, or fair range for new players? Flaw? There's there's a huge range of skill levels. So you have complete noobs, you have low, you have mid, you have high, and you have god tier. There's a place for everybody. I think that the biggest struggle with playing this game is that there's such a big skill difference from level to level that you can easily get frustrated if you encounter someone who's better than you. Because it's a complicated game, right? So any like difference in skill levels is going to be more obvious because of all the things that go into the game. But there are people at every level in the game. Also, I should say, I think that people who are more casual and more new are more frightened to play, and for that reason, you might not find as many people at your level simply because a lot of people that are at your level are like, "Oh no, I don't want to play." So, but you know, my definition of mid-range is probably like your definition of high skill level. So it really depends, but yeah, man, there's people, I mean, coming back to the game, there's people who are coming to the game fresh. There's people in all different situations. Viper's noob level, yeah, he's not very good. I wouldn't recommend learning from him. T90 official, I was afraid to play. Now I'm less afraid to play community than in real games. Oh, interesting, yeah. Well, I think with community games, how many people who played in community games have felt nervous and kind of anxious because of so many people watching? I imagine it's probably, it can make you nervous, right? I'm used to this now, so it's not something that makes me nervous at all. Like I talk in front of this many people, but I imagine that first time you go to play, you're not just playing your buddy Frank, you're playing in front of 1,200 people, and you're probably thinking, oh geez, that this is really tough. So Red Hair says, I get stage fright. Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, that's normal. It's normal. So I see this relic coming back home. It's a smart move from Yellow to do this. I think he wants to take his relic here. Now, remember, this is Regicide, so this is where it gets tough to decide. Your king... These damn birds are really distracting me. Your king, for most, is on the starting islands, which could easily be killed if someone goes for Navy. So then if you send your king to the center, you don't really have all that much control. So I think king sniping here is actually going to be pretty common, and in some cases pretty easy. Only exception would be is if someone goes full water and keeps their king here, then they'll be protecting themselves in the process. It's weird because I'm a beginner by Voobly standards, but I'm by far among the best my LAN friends I used to play with, yeah. I mean, this game, if you simply just memorize hotkeys and a few basic build orders, they don't even have to be perfect. You're so far ahead of anyone else who opens up the game. So just to let this sink in terms of just how different the skill levels can be in Age of Empires 2, my highest placement ever was 140th in the world, which sounds really good, and it is really good. Like, I'm proud of it. Like, that's really difficult to get to, but the guys who are in the top 100 are light years better than me. And then the guys who are in the top 20 are light years better than the others in the top 100. There are a lot of players that should be considered pro that are in the top 100 that are not, just because the top 20 are so elite. So, and then there might be people who are in the top 1,000 or 1,500 or 2,000 on Voobly, and they're so much better than the people who are top 1,000 on HD or whatever. So, it's an RTS game, right? So there's so much strategy involved. There's so many fine little movements. That's what we appreciate about the game. I've casted thousands of games, and no one game was the same. And that's why this game is 20 years old and yet has a thriving community right now. Okay, so I just saw Tom brought his king to the center. Now, Sister Respecter is pretty far ahead of everybody here. 180 population. And if I were him as Spanish, I would just go for siege rams and paladins. You could also go for cannon galleons and... Oh, okay. So he's getting chemistry. I think he will go for Spanish cannon galleons. Is 1100 elo score okay? I think it might be okay. It depends. I think people care about points a little bit too much, myself included. Like, points are simply just a good indicator of who you should be playing with, right? But if you're 900 elo, then that means that you have room to improve, and same with someone who's 1300 elo or whatever. Alright, can we not do the copy pasta chat? Thank you. Appreciate it. T90 Official, been watching your videos for a long time, but never really played AoE, but would love to get into it. Should I buy it off Steam? If so, what content? Thanks. Yeah, so Funeral Rave, I purchased the game on Steam. If you're willing to wait, I believe that there is a... Actually, Twitch chat probably knows more than I do. Isn't there a Steam sale coming up around Halloween? Normally the game goes on sale. So you could buy the base game, and you could buy all the expansions on Steam. Then. It'd be a really good time to do so. And then there's a free compatibility patch to use the Voobly platform. So... Now, the compatibility patch can be a bit of a headache, especially if you're like me and you're not all that great with PC stuff. But I have a wonderful community in my Discord where you can get your questions answered. Which is exactly what I did. Last year around this time, I bought everything for 13 bucks. Yeah, exactly. That would, like, I would probably wait if I were you. But if I would just get HD, and then you can play on HD, of course, and then you have the compatibility patch option. So, anyway, Orange is going for water control here. Cannon galleons. And he's going to attack Green's mainland, where he has a lot of resources, but he did save his king by sending him to the center. Sister Respecter is building docks on docks on docks on docks, and is researching a lot of the dock techs. So he probably will go water here. And Purple's king is now going to move, I guess. And I guess if I knew that Teal was making this much on water, or at least considering it, I would think about moving as well. And Sister Respecter signals Green and says no, because Green is trying to take this gold, and Green says, well, stay away from mine. Which is good logic, actually. It's funny that they're claiming that resources are theirs when this is like a nomad situation. I think we're about to see something go down. I think these guys are about to fight each other. We'll look at the bombard towers now for Sister Respecter. Man, there's always one person. Always one person. Like, I'm cool with the Spanish pick, but I'm not a big fan of mass bombard towers. I do have a special mod which makes these cost population space, but then we don't get the new balance. So yeah, he's gonna be a real force here in a bit. If you had to choose one civilization to live real life in, what civ would you choose and why? Probably Frank's, simply because I'd forage faster and I like fruit. So I could just play Bury Nothing every day and I'd enjoy myself. Or Mongols. I mean, unfortunately I'm not a big fan of raw meat, but if I could cook the meat, if I could cook that boar, I'd probably go Mongols. So Tom's saying stop towers, but Tom, you do realize you have no say on this. Like, if you tell him to stop, or you try and make him stop, good luck. Good freaking luck, my friend. So yellow's here. Orange is actually, he doesn't have a lot of mainland control, which is an issue, but he's able to harass Green from water. Teal's just going to turn on Green and wreck all of his vills. It's a really cutthroat play, what I would call cutthroat play from Sister Respecter. And Green is now asking for a truce. Poor Green, he's being attacked by Orange. Yeah, and he's saying, listen, I'm going to die to Teal anyway. We need each other, man. And Orange has yet to respond. I've always wondered, why do you pronounce Chosen All the way you do? Did he say that's right? Or it looks like Chosen 1L. I don't know, man. I just kind of rolled with it. Like, there's no rhyme or reason to why I say things the way I do when it comes to usernames. So as a streamer, if someone subscribes or says something in the chat, I immediately like try and respond with their username. So a lot of times it just sounded out and I don't switch it after that. Red has a lot of mainlands. A lot of the mainlands. Yellow kind of does. Blue definitely has a large portion. Yeah, okay. So other people think it's Chosen as well. Good to hear I'm not crazy. I think the most debated one is Roach. Because Roach is German for stingray. I've learned some things, and that means that's pronounced Rochen, which I'm not gonna say. So I called him Roach for 2.5 years. When I say Roach's name in German, it sounds like a car trying to start. Rochen. Sounds like a car that can't start. Just keep turning that key. Rochen. It won't work. I can't speak German, I'm sorry. So Green says, I'm already in trouble, Orange. I will give you space on mainland if you ally. Orange, listen to me. Orange is not saying a word. I feel bad for Tom. Does anyone else feel bad for Tom? It's like he's just not... It's like no one cares about him. I feel really bad for him. Okay, Orange is now backing away. Okay, so maybe Orange will take him up on that offer. Plumed archers from Tom. I abhor the way Teal is playing this. Obviously, it's a successful playstyle. But when you have a map like Migration, where there's tons of gold and tons of stone, to play like this is, well, it's a successful way to play. But I guess I'm just a bit picky on how success can be attained. I feel like if you win a game as Spanish by just going for full bombard tower defense and full trade boom, like, great, you won a game. But if you win a game by not doing this and by doing something else, I really remember that. Like, when I go to bed that night, I think, wow, that victory was insane. Tell you what, though, Green is right. Teal is untouchable. Yes. So I think that they need to all turn on him. I think they all need to go for him. And oh my God! Yes. Look at Oedipus! Teal's king is on the mainland, but Oedipus is going to at least annoy Teal. Drunk Goat says, you know who won't be a legend? Teal. You mean you in the last game? You were Teal in the last game. You're right. You're right about that, man. Not with that poor play. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Okay, so now Teal, he is unleashing the beast. Now he is making Navy. In all honesty, Teal's not going to lose all that much because he's building more towers. And he has Spanish villagers. Now, he put a lot of, not only stone into this, but he put a lot of gold into producing these bombard towers. They do cost gold as well. So he might regret that. I mean, if someone were to come in here with siege rams, and just look at these towers, man. They're everywhere. If you were to come in here with siege rams, Gray, or anybody who had it, they could really destroy those towers. Now, Malay don't get siege ram. Italians don't get siege rams, so maybe Tom could do it. I don't even think Berbers get siege rams. There's not a lot of siege ram civilizations that could push this. Yeah, Mines would be the only one. Mines and Spanish are the only two civs here which get siege ram. You could go with trebuchets, but the problem with trebuchets is it just takes a long time. It takes a long time. Whereas rams, you could clean up all of them. But obviously, Tom's not really in a great position. Okay, red is now on water here. Chosenall is dock blocking his base, guys. Look at this dock block. You can barely even transport here. So he and red are working together against Teal. Dock block is a strong strategy, especially when these are harbors. Like, how are you going to kill this king? You'd have to kill a dock and then get a transport safely in. And then on this island, all of the harbors should be in range of you. or half of them at least. And Teal says so much useless bloodshed. I mean, say what you want about his towers, but I feel like he can't do it all on his own. I think that the towers might as well have been a big target on his back, because he's running out of gold, he has no relics, and he's kind of surrounded. Like, as you can see, he doesn't have anything to deal with the Rams moving in. So it could be tough for Teal, despite how successful he's been with building those towers. Oh, I missed this. Blue came in. And, oh, the king for orange is in this TC, so Drewski could be in trouble. I'm going to need your help, guys, with this minimap, because when they go for snipes, it's going to be hard to spot. Blue could honestly just use his Genoese crossbow to finish off that TC, but orange is going to flee. So galleons from both orange and teal, or sorry, yellow and teal. Orange is going to try and escape, which he should be able to do so successfully. Though purple's already on him as well. So orange picked on green, and now he knows what it feels like to be green. Yellow, are we friends still? It's 4v1. I'm gonna die soon, says teal. I actually thought yellow was gonna fight teal, but it's not the case. So who do people want to win? Not who do you think will win. Oh, wow, look at this! The Flying Dutchman! I think this transport is bugged out on lands now. I think it won't be able to sail anymore. Anyone but teal. Green? Okay, Tom would be a wonderful story, wouldn't it? Purple saw Sister Respector's ships there. Teal is slowly losing control of the mainlands. I want Sister Respector to win. He's a great, friendly guy. He's been pretty friendly. Only 270 kills, I'd call that friendly. Once you get over 300, then it's obvious you're not very friendly. But obviously he's the best player here, so he's made the game very interesting. And purple needs to get whatever's in these transport ships over to the mainland quickly. Yellow has a great strategy. Oh, and he's building a wonder! Chosenall's building a wonder. Remember, you can win this game with a wonder. Okay, I'm kind of on Team Yellow now. This is interesting. So he has 0 kills, 0 deaths, but he has 95 Navy. And a lot more where that came from, because all of his docks are queued up. So he has dock blocked it, so no one can transport trebuchets. I believe every gap is blocked. I think I saw one gap here earlier. Yeah, this is the only gap. So enemies can transport here, but whew, man, I mean, if he just holds water, he'll have to hold it for a long time, 350 years, but this is doable victory for him. Now, teal is asking yellow for help, and yellow says you're doing good, so he's basically saying nope. And that might piss teal off a little bit, who is doing all right. I mean, he's still building more towers here, still has some stone and some gold. Okay, this is where life gets difficult for him, though. Siege rams from Mayans. Yeah, that's going to change the game. No wonder victory? No, there is wonder victory. Should be. At least that's the settings I told them to go for. I did that intentionally because I thought that this would be a cool possibility. And yeah, teal, no allies really. He's allied with yellow, but yellow's not helping him. And let's see where this goes. Red is trading on water. Blue is... he's planning something here, as you can see. Petards and Genoese crossbow. He tried to get orange earlier and failed. Orange is barely alive. Where do they get all these resources? They're collecting them, man. A lot from the mainland. There's lots of gold and stone still available there. Oh my goodness. That's a lot of fire ships from red. That is a lot of fire ships from red, and probably enough fires. Now, I always forget how good are these harbors against the fire ships. Actually, quite good. So if I'm yellow, I pull back to my harbors. Obviously, the wonder's not even completed yet. It's about to be. People in the Twitch chat are mentioning that there should be a W next to yellow's name if it's wonder victory. I believe that's after the wonder goes up. Oh, did they get the settings wrong? Are you kidding me? Damn. Well, never mind. They forgot that. So that's a waste of a wonder and potentially a waste of a strategy for yellow. Alright. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. He did this whole strat for a wonder victory, and it's not gonna give him anything. Oh, man. You would think it'd be easy. Like, I type out what the settings are, but there's always one that's missed, and this time around, it's probably the worst possible one. I'm trying to move this overlay out of the way real quick, because it's bugging out on us. Oh, geez, that's the font size. My bad. Boom. Perfect. So, like, I guess yellow can still win this, but that wonder is obviously a huge waste of resources. He does have some units on the mainland. Teal is just getting pushed back, and Teal's actually running with his king now. 140 pop for him, and he's completely surrounded, so he's going to hop into his transport. And I guess he's going to go back to his starting islands. Orange's king is in green's TC. So they've made up, but orange is at 14 population. Blue, you know, I saw he wanted to go for snipes. Seems to be something he's planning, but he's not making any moves just yet. And red as well, not making any moves except for on water. Purgatory, I'm not going to leave the overlay up. It's covering 25% of the screen. It's a bit too much. Now this castle's a waste. This castle's a waste. Might as well delete this if you're red. And I think red needs to start pressing advantages on land, because that's really the only place he can get an advantage on yellow. Now yellow can snipe kings, so if you have a king on your islands, you need to think about transporting him. And look at this. Yeah, red has his king here. And desperate times for him, he needs to get a transport over for his king and whatever villagers he has. And probably just set up shop on the mainland. Green with heck of a comeback in this game, guys. Heck of a comeback. You know, to fight what Teal has here is not easy. Oh, now the researches are really big. Hold on a second. Let's fix this. Size does matter, guys. Can you imagine? I think we had it on large before, right? Yeah, that works. Perfect. You know, purple's pushed in, gray's pushed in. Give everybody credit here. I'll see if teal can bounce back. Teal's actually surrounding purple. Oh! Guys! Purple's king is here! Oh my god! So purple's at 25 population. He's actually not done as good a job as I thought. Most of his pop was probably on this island. And funny enough, his king is trapped in here. There's two mining camps, blacksmith, and oh no, purple quick wallet with stone. The king's gonna die. So after all teal has been through, he's gonna get his king kill anyway. And that's the first kill of the game. And teal says we could have been friends, purple. Interesting. Hindsight's 20/20, obviously, but that seems like it would have been a good decision for purple to remain friends with teal. Yellow is surrounding red now, and let's see how red's great escape goes. Yellow built the wonder, which is just there for aesthetic purposes now, just to look nice. And, oh god, he's gonna try and get into this transport. I think yellow spots this. Red, don't do it. Don't do it. I don't see that transport surviving. Try and sneak up another dock. Try and get another transport. Oh boy. If he sits in the center of this island, maybe he can stay alive because he can dodge the cannon galleon shots. I don't know. Try and kill yellow on the mainland. Yellow's king is pretty safe on this island, so it's not like he can counterattack yellow in any way. Concerning the settings, you have told players in the past to go for standard victory to have relic on wonder option. I assume you meant relic and wonder option, but on Regicide, standard means only king kills. I'm not really understanding then, Roach, because we've definitely had instances where you could have Regicide and wonder victory enabled. So what am I missing out on? I'm fairly certain that you can have... So you go last man standing and you not select standard? Interesting. Okay, well, I could take the blame for it. It's cool. I can take the blame for it. I assumed, I mean, I rarely host these now, to be honest, but I assumed that if you selected standard, it would be just like relic victory and any wonder victory in standard games. So yellow's surrounding red. Chosen All is now, like, he was the host of this. So at the same time we're mentioning it, he's like, I think mistakes were made. Teal agrees. And Teal is still trying to hold versus green, though I feel like with only light cav, it's just a matter of time when he'll get pushed back. Red surviving, doesn't have the best quality of life. Orange, same situation, though he's up to 30 pops somehow. Blue is a real dark horse in this game, honestly. Blue doesn't seem like he's done all that much, but he has good resources. As far as I can see, he has some mainland control. And the population's okay as well. Now, where's Gray's King at? Gray's King is on the mainland, so this is where having water control doesn't help you all that much. Teal can't kill Gray. However, he is disrupting Gray's economy, and Gray has a lot of economy here. Ironically, green will get the gold that Teal blew it away from him. I know, isn't that funny? No, it's fine, Roach. I don't feel blamed. It's good to know. It is good to know. So that means relic victory won't work as well. I like Gray and Green's position. Gray simply because he can get control of this mainland. Problem is you can't kill Teal's king, and you can't kill Yellow's king without some form of water control. Which is almost impossible if you have land control, because you only have so much population space. T90, but you need water control to get land control to kill kings. Yeah, exactly. Well, it's complicated with only 200 population. I feel like Teal and Yellow will probably end up having too much on water because they're not accomplishing anything with their water control right now. And they will lose all their lands control, so... But then they could surprise people from water, so it's kind of tough. And some players don't have either, so Orange is a good example of that. Trying to trade a little bit, or actually that's Gray trading with him, right? Should probably try and trade on water, maybe. Yep, he's doing that. But a lot of green from Tom. It's a lot of green on the mainlands. Does he have trade? Is he trading with docks or something? I saw his gold go up. Okay, he does have 3 gold miners somewhere, so that would make sense. There's one. So, Red's king cannot be ranged as far as I know. Actually, the only way that Red's king can be ranged, I believe, is if Yellow gets cannon galleons here, 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 and here. So he needs to have a cannon galleon on every side. Like, right now with the cannon galleon, he could hit that king. But he's just out of range with the galleons. If Red escapes this, though, I will be so impressed. He could do it. If he pays close attention, he has wood, right? So if he could just sneak a dock up and get out. Teal says, Yellow, can you X Gray's king? Well, Gray's king is going to be in the mainlands, my friends. And you have nothing against that, Teal. Green's king is also on the mainland. He has so many castles. 200 pop. Gray is also not that stretched for population. 140 population, considering he just lost most things on his mainland. Pretty good. He's just losing houses now. Come on, Red. This would be such a great escape. Eventually, Yellow will just get bored here, I think. All you would need to do to kill Yellow is get a few cannon galleons to kill one single dock, and then transport siege rams. This whole base would just be wiped. If you had 20 siege rams, you'd kill all of his docks, all of his castles, his monastery, and then he'd be exposed. And you might be thinking, well, T90 he can make karambits, but yeah, he might not have population space to do that, because he's almost pop capped right now. Yellow might consider landing with some archers to snipe. He doesn't even have a barracks, so that's not going to happen. Would the harbors not stop the landing? It might snipe a transporter too. It's a possibility. Yellow, can you X Gray King? Hey Gray, don't want to fight you, so let's take others. And Gray says, me either, okay. Hey Goldstones, what's up, man? He said, just rewatched parts of the pumpkin again. Makes me laugh so much. Yeah, that was an experience, wasn't it? To see the Age of Empires 2 pumpkin carving. It was an experience. Oh wow, Yellow's just landed with the castle. Okay. I think Red needs to... Oh, Blue might... Hold on, Red might save himself here. Red, make a transport. He doesn't see the castles here. Yeah, look, make a transport. Make a transport. Yes! He's gonna escape, isn't he? He's gonna escape. Man, Chosen All is gonna be pissed. He's gonna be so pissed. Red's gonna make it out alive. Are you kidding me? Red will hop into the transport. His population's good, it's just that his king wasn't safe. He sneaks out of here. And he's going to have a pretty easy ride to the mainlands. So what dedication from Red. Yes. Well played, man. Seriously, well played. Speaking of dedication, Teal's still looping around and attacking anybody he can find on water. And yeah, the king is going to survive, and Yellow will find out soon enough that that's the case. Blue and Red are apparently going to trade on land soon. So now, again, Yellow doesn't offer anything to this. Yes. Guys, people are going to run out of trees on this map eventually. So I guess players are going to send wood to each other soon, actually. Yes. I like it. I like it a lot. It's been a good stream today, guys. It's been a good stream. Games have been good. This game's been pretty good. Still don't really know who's going to win. Green, this could be the legend of Tom, guys. He has been through so many hardships. And now Teal has found him on water, but just stick to lands, my friend. Stick to land. Are you from Europe or are you American? I am from the East Coast, United States. Born and raised in Pennsylvania. Still in Pennsylvania right now. Saw some of his YouTube videos, so I had to check out the stream. Hey, Banknetto, welcome. So, just getting here with 7 players remaining in a diplomacy Age of Empires 2 game. So every single player has a king. Like this is where Tom has his. And if you lose the king, you're dead. So you can also ally anyone at any point in time, or enemy anyone at any point in time. And Teal's now trying to get land again. Yes. Problem for him is he can't go for anything like Paladin. He doesn't have a lot of gold. So he will simply raid with Light Cav. And I don't think that will be enough against some of the options that these other teams have. But I think this is going to come down to backstabs. Because we have a lot of alliances formed now. Blue and Red are best buddies. Teal and Yellow are best buddies. Gray and Green and Orange are friends. Notice how I didn't say best buddies. I'm not sure how good of friends they are. But But I think all of those guys, I mean, if they work together, they can go the distance. But they could also gain some pretty big advantages if they backstab. Did you vote for Trump or Hillary in 2016? Ah, come on, man. You really think I'm that dumb to answer that question in front of 1,000 people? I would never answer that question. We don't talk politics around here. Now, if you ask me if I would rather vote in Koreans or Berbers as civilizations, I would rather vote Berbers because they have the cheaper cavalier and cheaper camels. It's funny how many people ask streamers that. Do you really think something positive is going to come out of that answer regardless? I guess people are curious, like who their favorite streamers, what their political views are. I don't talk about politics or religion on stream, so like I don't have this rule. It's like don't talk politics, you'll get banned, but it's something I like to avoid, chat. So please do, thank you. Did you vote for Harambe or D's Nuts in 2016? Definitely Harambe. Definitely Harambe. So the second Teal gets to the mainland, what happens? He gets mopped up. He gets mopped up by Gray, by Red even, and by Teal. Green, sorry. Now you guys don't come here, I mean most of you guys don't come here for real life stuff. People don't watch my videos or watch my streams to hear about politics and just all the stuff they hear about all the time, the things you can't escape in our world today. People, like, I as a person, I try and avoid that as much as possible. It's just not worth thinking about. It's just not worth the stress, personally. So, for the most part, like, you guys, you come here to unwind. You don't want to hear about real life stuff. You want to talk about video games and have a good time, be entertained. So that's the big reason. I mean, I don't really care if people have differing opinions than me or different worldviews than me, but it's just not worth bringing up. And I think a lot of people appreciate that. So Tom says, wait, Yellow said I'm sorry stream. Why'd he say that? Maybe because his strategy it doesn't work because of the settings? Green is trying to talk to Yellow to figure out what his next move is, and he says, I have an idea, Yellow. So far for me, Tom has been the most impressive player to just think about. He's been attacked on his islands multiple times, and on land.
5 whole months. That's when I first learned standard build order.
Flintax, the subscription build order is to start with 1 on sub. Then to continue on to 2 until you get to about a year, and then you consider your life's decisions. There's your subscriber build order. Thank you very much for 5 months, man. Extra Crispy Colonel, thank you for the Prime as well. Thank you guys for the support. Crazy game here. Crazy game. It's going to be tough to finish this one off unless teams backstab each other. Green is trying to get Yellow to answer him. Hello T90, this is my first time joining the stream. Been watching on YouTube for months. Love your stuff, just subscribed. Thank you, Lawton. Thank you, man. Good to hear. Oh, Teal, you know what? This is interesting. Guys, Teal is raiding the trade. So Red is trying to trade with Blue, and they don't have any water control, and Teal's making them pay for it. Honestly, credit to Teal for still being alive in this game, because he's had so many people against him. When I saw all the towers, I kind of criticized him earlier, but I think it's good that he had the towers. He would have been wiped up even faster. Yellow and Gray are now fighting, so Gray does not want to ally Yellow. Yellow has been trying to get on mainland with some two-handed swordsmen. I just don't think will work. And wow! Oh, Yellow's turning on Teal, actually. Teal's king is here. And Teal says, LOL, why I never posed a threat. Well, that's because of the score, Teal. I think earlier, you did pose a huge threat.
Thanks for a year and approx 3 years of top entertainment. Keep up the T90 treat, T90 fine.
AoE Snack Bar, you're welcome, man. I know, it's been 3 years now, man. It's crazy. You're welcome. Thank you, thank you, thank you, guys. Teal did pose a threat when he built all his towers on so much of the map in the early game, so I get that. Now they're probably attacking him because of his score, but he's right in saying that he doesn't really have a chance right now. His king is right here, and he will, oh geez, he'll kill Chosenall's navy. So it'll be fine for now, but I do think that the end is near for him. Scarlet Devil, thank you. K-Scorp, thank you everybody. And Chosenall resigns. Chosenall resigns. So I think he's probably disappointed that the Wonder Victory didn't work. And because the Wonder Victory didn't work, he deletes the Wonder and resigns. Forgot to change from Conquest. Yeah, I think...
Good evening. Wanted to try this out. Smile greeting to everyone.
Chosenall, your strategy was really good. I think that... Well, we were talking about the settings. I guess I could touch on it later on. But I think you probably clicked Standard. And apparently you have to click Last Man Standing or something. Roach was explaining it. But nice strategy idea. Green says, hey Teal, I'm sorry for taking your gold. Teal says, no problem, buddy. Green says, do you think you ever forgive me? And Sister Respecter says, how are you still in last place with so much gold? Well, they've been spending the gold, and I think your score is based off how active you've been. And wow, Green wants to make a pact with Teal, which Teal needs right now. So Teal might take him up on that offer. Interesting. Guys, there's not a lot of wood left on the map. You notice how Gray is trying to chop trees and he just runs into Teal's ships? Look at this. People are going to start buying wood soon. Which is pretty crazy. I push land. Red, blue, you push water. So you notice how Tom's talking to everybody. Teal says, if you give me 5,000 wood, we can be allies. Which is nothing for Tom. Tom has 30k. Which really puts him in the lead, I think. I guess Blue's resources aren't bad either. I guess Tom wants someone to trade with. And he wants gold now from Teal, and Teal doesn't have a lot. Well, interesting. Sister Respecter says samesies. Orange has a lot. Does Orange have a lot? Oh. Maybe that's who Teal was talking to earlier. Orange's bottom score because he has 70 pop, but look at his gold. Man, that's... I'd like some of that. That's a real retirement fund right there. Galleons. And Tom says, leave Gray out of it. I love listening to their private chat. That's really fun as a spectator to see what their conversations are. I wonder when this started. Like, the diplomacy is just such a fun concept, you know? When did people start being this conniving? It's definitely progressed over the past year or two. Gray, I am teaming with Teal to go against Blue and Red. Let's have a final battle. Now Red says, Blue, what's your view on Green? Lots of castles. And now Teal is saying Gray is killing my water. Yeah, Gray's not included in the conversation though. That's what's interesting. Yeah, Gray now says he will stay on Teal, so Gray does not want to ally Teal. It seems like Green is asking Gray to, and Gray says, no, I'm allied with Blue. So this is just a big mess. This is like when you're playing Xbox with your friends growing up, and you had... This is a stretch, okay? This is a real stretch, but this is the first thing my dumb brain thought of. You pack up the controllers and everything, take them to your friend's house, and you're trying to get the controllers out of the box, and they're all intertwined. You're like, oh, who's player 1? No, this is player 1. No, that's player 2's wire, blah, blah, blah. That's essentially what this game is. This is essentially what this game is right now. Just big old mess. I'm only talking to you. You go with Teal against Blue. I try and snipe Teal after you kill Blue. Okay. Can you sling me gold? Badly needed. And Gray says, sure, I can give you some, but you need to trade. Can anyone relate to that? I don't play console games anymore because I'm a PC guy, but I remember those days. I leave markets for you, okay. Alright. No, Chosenall, don't leave, please. Yes, don't leave. If you close out the game, then I can no longer spectate. And then it ruins it. So please leave it up. Thank you.
Yes.
This is the type of game where you need a big old backstab. But it definitely seems like these guys, like, they need each other, you know? They can't go the distance on their own, so it's smarter for them to... Oh! Okay, so, as I say that, Blue starts attacking Gray. Wait, is Red also... Really difficult for me to tell exactly what's happening. Okay, it's Red and Blue, as expected, going against Green. Yeah, so Gray and Green versus Red and Blue on land. Teal is allied with Green and not with Gray. That's the situation. And then Orange is just... He's sitting back, relaxing, enjoying the show. He could have gone to pick up some pizza at the local pizza shop by now and been back, and he'd still be alive. Stinky Batwings, unfortunately, there's no possible way to make the game so if you kill someone, you get their resources. Trust me, if that was possible, would have done that. However, it is possible. It is definitely possible to make it so kings eject or turn into relics or something after you kill them. So it gives you an incentive to go for king snipes. Well, all they need to do is back this up with siege. If Gray and Green can get some siege rams or trebs behind here, they could get this. Whoa, guys, Orange's king is right here. Orange's king is sitting right there, and he hasn't been contributing at all. Someone could snipe that. Monkey S. T90S, what are you doing, Orange? That's so risky. I don't think he knows where it is. I think he had it in an ally's TC last he checked. I wonder if Green will see this. Great engagement from Green and from Gray. Like, amazing composition there.
Love your voice. O2 is game of my childhood. I still play from time to time with my dad and bro. It's great to see someone growing the community.
Itchiel, thank you for the 5, man. I do my best. I do my best. It's great to see people still playing the game. Great to see people playing with their family. That's awesome, man. Just don't snipe your dad's king, okay? The only reason you're able to play the game is because your dad exists, so just don't snipe his king. Or if you do, just make sure to rub it in like I would with my dad. Totally contradicted myself there. Totally contradicted myself there. Green needs his castles. He needs his castles, so every castle he loses really hurts his plumed archer production. Gray has lost his cavalier now, or he will in a second. And Red's now joining the fight with some hussars, which have 0 defense upgrade, so they will just melt. And where's Blue's king at? It is... Yeah, it's actually on the island, the starting island, so he's not at risk of losing that, but if he loses his production buildings, he will lose the mainland entirely. Orange's king is right between the siege workshops, which is ridiculous, man. Can you imagine, like, Orange is going out, he's thinking about sniping. Look at this navy from him. He has 103 warships and 6,000 gold. And he has all of that, and he could go for a successful snipe without his king. And okay, now he must have been looking for it, and he finds it. He needs a transport to come pick that guy up. I would send him to the island. Or maybe Green. Yeah, I don't know. Yep, Orange is going to put it in that TC. Perfect. Red game chat. What about Red's game chat? He didn't say anything here. Green is asking orange for gold. Oh, he said, you meant to say read game chat. I see. So green said, orange, send me gold or your king dies. I don't think any gold was sent. And green's now saying it again. Interesting. Antheta says, Twitch payment options not working, so I can't resub. Oh, that stinks, man. Dude, it's just, I think, I don't know too much about it, honestly. You should be able to go with, like, virtually any method except for, like, cryptocurrency, but... Oh, there we go. Oh, no, there was Antheta, and then there was Sandy with the sub. I got confused, man. I got confused. Don't worry about it if you can't get it sorted, man. Thank you, Sandy, for the prime, man. So green is asking for gold. Orange should send him some. Orange should definitely send him some. You know, on this side, gray is still fighting versus teal. They've had huge engagements here. And look at the micro. The galleons microing against the bombard cannons. The fires versus the galleons. And, oh, teal's dead. Oh my god, gray got him. With petards and a transport. Let's go. Wow, Oedipus. What a snipe, man. That's not easy to do. Well, teal was on his last legs anyway. He was at 20 population, so it was just a matter of time. There's idle villagers everywhere for the players in the center now. They're so low on wood. And green has received some gold, I believe, from orange. And orange will go king sniping soon. And I think he can get blue. Like, blue has so much focus on the mainland. Yeah, he has skirms, he has pikes, all of his population's there. He has no way of defending himself here. And his king is in this castle. Then let's go through all the other players. Green's king is in one of these castles in the center, I think. It is. So he's safe for now. But then again, you know, he's at 80 pop. He can't deal with the threat of red and from blue. So orange needs to snipe blue soon. Red's situation is his king is in this castle, right? It is, yes. And then don't forget about gray. His king is, I think, in this TC. So this is tough. I mean, players really low on resources. Gray is kind of propping up green now. And orange, this might not be intentional, as he loses a lot of his navy here, but he could be propping up green in the process of attacking blue. That's just... Man! How many navy... He has 120 warships and like 20 trade cogs here. Just needs to control his units a little bit more if he can. Blue is here to defend. So you can't be losing these units to blue's castles. Twitch payment options not working, so I can't resub. Oh, maybe it's a Twitch issue, man. Maybe it's a Twitch issue. Artagon, thank you for gifting... oh, Antheta, the sub. That was nice of you, man. That was nice of you. There you go, Antheta. Someone just gifted it for you. So green's desperate now. He's asking for help. Green says, hey, orange, I need gold to survive. Can you help? Orange is not sending any, which is interesting to me. Well, can blue defend himself? Where's his king at? His king is still here. And I think, as long as Drewski patrols a little bit, he will slowly finish off blue. Blue can't have the gold in the wood to match this. It's just too much. Gray says, so red. Red says, yeah, want to trade on after. And Gray says, yes. So, what are they expecting here? Are they... I think that Tom will no longer be treated as valuable. So red and gray will work together against presumably blue, who might also die here. They just don't know it yet. Interesting that red and gray have an alliance. And now red says, say when ready. Gray says he is ready. And what's going to happen here? What's the change? Oh, they're turning on blue. They're turning on blue. So now red and gray will turn on blue. Everyone's against blue. Blue's king is still in this castle. He's still holding here in this choke. But it's really just been a bit wasteful from Drewski. He sent one too many cannon galleons into Castlefire to my liking. Or for my liking. So green probably feels like his relationship with gray is damaged now. He says, hey, what's going on, man? You're allied with red? Red is fighting me. Why would you do that? Ah, it's unfortunate. Oedipus doesn't have the unique upgrade for the camel archers where they heal up. That would be a really cool tech here. Oh my goodness! Look at that trade go! That's a lot of trade, man. That is like 30 trade carts right there. That came out of nowhere, and he should be able to get through, right? Is green... Oh no, green's killing him. I thought green had maybe ticked red to ally. That's not the case. Green is killing these trade carts. Oh man, what a waste. What a waste. Alright, blue's king is here, guys. And he's dockless. He doesn't have a dock. So it's not like he can run anyway. What he needs to do is... Yeah, okay, he has wood now to build the dock and then a transport and try and run away. Basically what red did earlier on this island when yellow was there. It's going to be a tough task for him. He's actually building a market first so he can buy wood if he needs more, as he doesn't have any on the mainland. And red has done the right thing and he's gone back with his trade card. Smart move. Orange has about 50-60 navy. About 50-60 navy. And I think that whoever has the trade is going to be favored here. Oedipus has the trade, obviously. Oedipus is also allied with both red and green, so his only threats on the mainlands are his allies. And I think green, with 60 pop now, he will probably die soon, assuming gray turns on him. So orange now knows about this castle, so he's probably expecting that the king is in there. And all he needs to do is camp this side, and camp this side, which he's doing, and then use the cannon galleons to kill this castle, and if blue can run around in circles on the mainlands, or not the mainlands, but his islands, but I think that's going to be it for him. Yeah, orange's island, there's a few blue villagers, which I found kind of funny. Like, blue has stolen the guy's farms. But, still, unfortunately, not going to be enough. Orange's king, which is just still so interesting, is actually in green's TC. Which is so vulnerable. Orange also doesn't have any wood, so he can't make more navy, despite having some trade going. Actually, as I said, I think blue has killed most of his trade, hasn't he? Yeah, blue's killed it on water. And red says worried about orange, and gray says yes. Now this is funny. Gray and red want to know where the king is for orange. The king is actually in red's allies TC. Or, sorry, not red, gray's allies TC, who's green. So it's not going to be too difficult to get there. Rick, thank you very much, man, for that new Prime sub.
No.
Gray says, do you see his king? So they're looking for it. And they wouldn't expect that it would be in green's TC. They're looking for his buildings. And truthfully, he doesn't have many that he can garrison in. He just has this TC. Yep, that's it. So... blue is just going to hide between the monastery and the archery range, I guess. Yeah, they can't figure it out. They can't solve this puzzle. Blue needs to go for it. I think that you could possibly distract. He actually would need to rebuild a market now because he can't afford to build a dock and a transport with the wood he has. You know what? He's going to convert the cannon galleons. There we go. There's one. Let's go. Hey, it could work. Get block printing. Rip. Yeah, there we go. Block printing. Getting a little bit of range. Uh-oh. It's a slow process here. But the cannon galleons could snipe the king. These cannon galleons are so bad against units, but galleons are fine! Blue! Oh, that was close. Luckily there's a monk here to heal him up. Run! Run, fat man! Run! Roll! Alright. Got hit right in the face. Blue's dead. Any more conversation? Nope, no more conversation between gray and red. There are 3 remaining now. We have Tom Cromwell, who... I'm sorry, there's 4 remaining. I apologize. We have Tom Cromwell in the center, though, who is making mainly halbs right now. Doesn't seem like he's really valued. And Gray says, I think orange is in green's castle. Let's turn on him. So, yeah, green... He actually has a villager here. And Gray is going to turn on green, which I kind of expected.
They're always super fun to have on while I'm working.
Atomic Sausage, you are welcome, man. You're welcome. Thank you for the tip. Hopefully I don't distract you from your work too much, but I think a little bit of distraction is healthy. I'm a lot more productive when I have a small distraction. For whatever reason, it like tricks my mind into thinking that I'm not doing work. And then I do it longer. It's gonna be tough for Tom now. He is to take the initiative, really. Tom says, Gray, I have been good to you. Yes! This is where you start pulling on the heartstrings. He says, Gray, I've been good to you, now be good to me. Alright, can Tom do it? Gray says, I'll try and snipe him. So who is Gray being honest to? He said, but for now, I can't help you. I think Gray is full of... I think he's full of shit. I think that Gray is going to turn on green. Because he's sending his army back. He says, hold on. Oh, Tom says, can't. I can't. It's not possible. I can't do it. Yeah, Tom is dead. Tom is gonna die. I think Green realizes this, though. Don't go down without a fight, Green. Don't let him do this to you. Turn on him now. Just... Yeah, he says, this is BS. Come on, Tom. Fight for your honor, man. Fight for your honor. Turn on him. Get some juicy hits with these pointy boys. You have no wood. I say you go down with a fight here. Yes, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. And now Gray reacts. And Green will probably end up dying. But at least, you know, Gray's losing trade. Gray lost a lot of his camel archers there. And a 2v1 naturally, like, it's going to be tough. But that disrupts the whole trade line between red and gray. Let's not forget about orange. Orange could maybe do something. I doubt it. But it's still probably going to come down to red and gray. But well played, Tom. That's exactly how he should have gone out, in my opinion. Oh, and now Tom puts red as ally. Red has no issues with backstabbing allies. We saw that earlier with blue. So will red accept the offer? I've not seen him say anything yet. Does orange have a vill? He has 6 lumberjacks. Did he just kill them?
Ha, guess I get to do one of these because of September. T90 Go and PJD notes Valulu tilde.
Where's lumberjacks at? Dude, I'm so bad with the economic minimap. Fires. I don't really see any lumberjacks. Maybe they're in a transport? Oh, Gray's down here.
So, I won't be back for a while, so I have a request. You play either of these songs, 1 and 2. According that the first one is T90D, I think you might prefer Link 2 for an Halloween spoof.
Tom says, 2v1, you can't finish me. Pathetic. Pathetic. Well, you're dead, but look in the right corner of the mainland. Right corner. I don't see him. I don't know exactly where Orange has his vills. On Yellow's islands? Yeah, I don't see him. It's weird. I mean, he has to have them somewhere. Dave says he saw them. Well, yeah, he has them. So, I mean, Green, unfortunately, is just out of resources now. But he's really put up a fight. Now, Orange's king is here. Now, I really like to find Orange's vills to see exactly where this will go next. It's fine, guys. Streamer's just blind. Don't worry about it. Shut up, Dave! Give me a more exact location. There's no idle vills. I'm looking at the lumber camps, right? There's nothing around the lumber camp. And he has no TC. So I just don't know. Oh! We found them, boys! Whoa! Whoa, we found them! Alright, they're bringing the wood back. Man, that's a long distance journey right there. Are there even any trees left? Yeah, look at this. Well, hold on. You know, this could change the game. If he has enough wood for a market... If he has enough wood for a market, then that could change the entire game. And he should, assuming these all have 100. Yeah, I mean, 10, at least. So, I don't even know if he's paying attention to these, though, that's the thing. If he's paying attention to these, then that'd be quite a way to finish this. He's running by Purple's castle as well. I mean, this is risky. This is a risky business right here. There we go. He has enough for a market. Stop. Build the market. And carry on with your life. Oh god, they're dodging. Look at this. Might actually work. He might have been doing this the whole game. I don't think he knows, though. I honestly don't think he knows. Oh wow, Red is running with his king. Oh, Gray is chasing? Is Gray chasing it? Oh, Drewski's here! Drewski's here! Drewski sees him! And he has... Okay, Gray's there to finish the job, luckily. Gray's there to finish the job. That was hilarious, because cannon counters are so bad in that situation. But Gray kills Red. Wow. So Gray was hunting him down. So now, Tom is actually still alive. Barely. 22 pop. He has Orange's king here. Orange's king is so exposed that he has no way of defending this. And Green says, you kept your word, you did backstab. So he's saying that to Gray now. And Oedipus says, sure. So I didn't expect that. I thought that Gray and Red would worry about Green and Orange before they did anything else. Gray says, oh! Oh! Tom says, Orange, you never gave me gold. He deletes his TC.
Yes.
And he has one pointy boy here. And he's gonna kill Orange with a pointy boy and some villagers. Or Gray could always finish the job. Wait, is Gray attacking Green? Well, what is happening? What? So Gray will now kill... Quick! Run along the shoreline! Run along the shoreline! Yeah! This is fine. He has an escort. He has an escort. Drewski just needs to outlive Green and get second place somehow. Does he have... He doesn't have any transports, so I think he's stuck here. Who will get the kill? Oh, it will be Gray. It will be Gray. So Drewski dies. And Gray, I mean, he's gonna win this game now. Tom's king is in this castle, which is on fire. There's no way that Gray will slip up. And Gray should get the win. And he says, Gray, I really deserve a win here. Wait, I thought he'd say... I thought he was going to say, Gray, you deserve the win here. But before he dies, he says, I deserve the win here. He says, come to negotiate. Peace. Tom, I don't think that's how it works, man. I don't think you can negotiate peace when you're in that situation. Oh man. King killed by dumb foot soldiers. Yes, Tom, indeed. What a game. That was a cool migration game. I mean, there were some twists, some turns, some backstabs. I feel bad for Chosenall still that the settings didn't work out because his strategy would have been fun to see, but perhaps we'll have that for another day. I really liked how Red and Blue's alliance broke apart. I like how Gray and Green's alliance broke apart. You know, Oedipus said, well, you attacked me. Like, Oedipus is saying that Tom was the one who broke their alliance. But in reality, let's be honest, and maybe Oedipus can clarify, but I think that it was obvious Gray was going to turn there, right?
GGT90 salute.
Like, I think that anyone in Green's position would turn on Gray there because it seemed pretty darn obvious that Gray was going to make a run for Green's king. But anyway, that was pretty funny. Notler said cut only the last few minutes, but man, even they were great. Yeah, it was hilarious. Okimo, thank you for 7 man. Genius Matt, thank you for the bits. I'm going to look at that message here in a second. Scott Turn says, T90, how do you find these games? Do you schedule them or do you find them somewhere else? So we have one community game day a week on the live stream, and then I choose the settings. So all of these players who just played are people who are in the Twitch chat. Like there's Chosenall and there's Oedipus now. Oedipus said, sure, at some point also Orange was in Green's castle, I think. Yeah, he was in Green's TC. So yeah, community games is a day where you guys can play these crazy settings and get involved as a community. And of course, you can always watch on the live stream, and all the best stuff goes to YouTube. Typically, it's been every Thursday for the past 2 years, every single Thursday. However, that's going to change. Today I did it on Tuesdays because it'll be gone this Thursday. And then when I return from my relatively long trip, we will end up doing Fridays for a while. I think so, anyway. I mean, of course, I'll let you guys know when the changes is complete. Gray did a great job with wood. He did a great job with food. He did a great job with gold. All of his eco was pretty strong here. I think some players didn't have enough wood. Like Drewski didn't have enough wood. He really couldn't get mainland control, which was a big concern for him. Tom as well. I think Tom just used his wood because he was mines, but he didn't have a lot of wood. So that was an issue. Just impossible almost to control how the game plays out, simply because you have so many factors and so many people you have to keep peaceful, I guess, to have a nice economy. Are your maps available for download? I really want to get my hands on the Battle Royale ones. Yeah, there's a T90 official community map, and it auto-downloads it to map pack, and it automatically downloads it to your Voobly, if you have it. If you have it on Steam, a lot of those maps are just not possible. But I think if there's not a command for it, I can link it for you. Okay? Yeah, here's the timeline. Look at this. This is pretty crazy. Interesting to see how Gray was pretty consistent throughout the whole match. Drewski dropped off, but he came back with a bang. I think, yeah, just looking at the kills, it's what we expected here. Teal had too strong a start. Teal's start was so strong that everyone saw him as a threat. That was his issue. I really think the towers put you in the position you were in, Sister Respecter. Like, when you started building those towers, I started saying, oh boy, here we are. Teal's never going to be able to be touched. And so everyone said, okay, he's building a bunch of towers. We need to stop him before it gets worse, which I think made sense. But anyway, for those that happen to see that on YouTube, I did cast this one on Twitch. And if you'd like to join the live stream community, the countdown is always below my Twitch stream for when I'll be live, the times and days, and it automatically goes to your time zone. The link to that stream is in the video description. I didn't make a lot of friends. Yeah, this is true, man. This is true.